Welcome back, friends. In this video, we will do hands-on with Amazon EventBridge. Let's go to the EventBridge console. As you can see, there are many options. For this tutorial, we will create EventBridge rule. Let's create EventBridge rule. Let me enter the rule name. If you click on the schedule, you will notice EventBridge Scheduler, which is a new AWS scheduling capability. We will use this feature to define a rule that will trigger Lambda function hourly. Click on Continue in EventBridge Scheduler. Here let's select Recurring Schedule for occurrence. For schedule type, select Rate-based schedule. For rate expression, enter 1. For unit, select hours. We are configuring here to invoke the Lambda function every hour. For flexible time window, select off. Rest, we will not do any other thing for this tutorial. Let's click on Next. For target API, there are different options. I'm going to select AWS Lambda. For the Lambda function, let me select my Hello World function. Click on Next. Enable schedule is fine. Enable retry is fine. Rest, all defaults are okay. For permissions, EventBridge will create a new rule, which is fine. Click on the Next button. Then click on Create Schedule. Now the schedule is getting created. By creating this schedule, EventBridge Scheduler will invoke the Lambda function as specified in the rule, which we have set up as an hourly schedule. Earlier, Scheduler was part of the EventBridge rule. For example, on the left side, click on Rules and Create Rule. Enter rule name. Select Schedule. Here, instead of clicking on Continue to EventBridge Scheduler, you can click on Continue to Create Rule. However, now this is not recommended way. That's why we are using the recommended way to create EventBridge Scheduler. So now my EventBridge Scheduler has been created, and this is going to invoke the Hello World Lambda function every hour. This is very nice. But what about if you would like to react to an event happening in your account using EventBridge? For that, we will go to Rules and Create Rule. Let's give the rule name, Notify when anyone logs in. We will use the default option, which is Rule with an event pattern, and click on Next. And then we will use the default option, AWS Events or EventBridge Partner Events for event pattern. The event source is okay. For AWS service, let's select AWS Console Sign In. The event type will be Sign In Events. What this event pattern says is that when any user in your account signs in from the AWS console, EventBridge will invoke whatever target is specified. Let's click on Next to specify the target. For target type, the default AWS service is okay. Let's select the SNS topic. For topic name, I will select my existing topic, AWS CCP Hands-On. What we are setting up here is that whenever any user signs in using the AWS console, EventBridge will send a notification to this SNS topic. Click on Next. Tags are optional. We will skip it. Click Next. Click on Create Rule, so the rule is set up. Now whenever any user signs in using AWS console, you will receive an SNS notification. Let's create another rule to learn more about the EventBridge rule. Let's set up the rule when an EC2 instance is terminated due to any reason you would want to send a notification. For the rule, enter EC2 instance terminate notification rule. Rule type will be rule with event pattern, which is already a default setting. Click on Next. Scroll down. We will use AWS services. And then we will select the EC2 service. For event type, we will select EC2 instance state change notification, and then what state you want to change to. Here we need to specify the state for this rule. I'll select the terminated state. So whenever any EC2 instance state goes to the terminated state, this rule will be applied. We will apply it to any instance. As you can realize, EventBridge is very powerful. And EventBridge rules could be complicated. Click on Next. For the target type, we will use SNS topic. For the topic, I will use the existing topic. Click on Next. Click on Next. Click on Create Rule. So now we have one more EventBridge rule. Now for the cleanup, we can delete the rules or disable them that we created for this tutorial, whatever you decide. You can send events within your account to EventBridge. Additionally, you can also use EventBridge to receive events from a variety of sources, including AWS services from other accounts, partner applications, and services, and match them to rules in your account and react to those events in real time. For that, you will use event buses. That's it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it.